But
we will call it the Ostreifer law from now on, that when you want to vote on the agenda, you have to specifically say what you mean. But until now, it's always assumed that you're voting on the agenda.
Listen, neither one of you asked to speak through the chair. I want to ask the board attorney what legal rights we have to go to the county superintendent about positions that are open that this board has elected not to put people in classrooms in an open meeting. I want to know what legal rights we have that there are actually open slots, and this board is basically saying do not put a teacher in a class that has students without a teacher. Is there some legal issues? Is there a way we can get them involved in our board and when we're acting in ways that are definitely, without a doubt, close to unethical as one could be?
Give us a phone number so we can all call.
Because it is imperative that we figure out what's legal and what's not legal. Because I don't know, but if you have unmanned classrooms, there must be some legalities there that this board must be willing to take responsibility for. And I want to know, as the board president, and I go and see them and find out and let them know which board members or whomever chose to leave these classrooms unmanned.
okay, let me answer that.
Please do.
A good lawyer.
It should be personal.
Okay, I appreciate that.
No, nurses and everything.
Okay, I guess you don't.
Individuals who've done it. It's illegal.
Let me know when you would like the answer.
Answer, I would like it now.
All right, according to Mr. Finger, please confirm what I have been told. I just want to make sure. Well, your resignation hasn't passed, so you're stuck here. No, you're not. you have the legal right to leave us.
And items F1
Go slow, I'm not so.
Item F1,
What page is that?
page 11.
Well, F1 would be substitutes, so that's not class, that's substitutes. But let me finish. Unless Ms. Superintendent or Ms. Assistant Superintendent, can you please follow the exercise? Thank you. Page 11, 2. That appears to be a classroom teacher. 3 is a classroom teacher. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, well, number 5, and I'm doing this, and Ms. Silva and Ms. Dr. McCora and Mr. Finger, you need to help me. I don't know these people. Angelica Ortiz on 12-5. That was for your early learning center, correct?
Right.
Well, that has failed. Excuse me. That's yes. That has failed tonight, so that's not a problem. Let me see. Number 7 on page 12. That's in early childhood, which didn't pass. Page 12-7. As is number page 11-2. So, can I assume, Ms. Silva and Doctor, that page 11, number 2, page 12, 5, and 7, since the preschool did not pass, that those positions are not required? Would that be a correct assumption?
There is some movement that we have to make.
Well, you can't move if the preschool program didn't open.
We have to make some movement. In general, what I am saying, whether or not, yes, if the preschool is not approved, we don't need any teachers. But generally, I need all the other teachers. So it doesn't make a difference whether these teachers are not. I need all the teachers in. I need substitutes to cover classes.
All right, let me
How do I file charges?
wait, can I, Mr. Thomas?
That's all I want to know.
I understand that, but I need to go through this.
Okay.
Page 12-8 is a teacher. What else? 13. Those are grants. We need them to effectuate the grant on page 13. Salary adjustments are not, let me say this, contractually you need to give teachers salary adjustments, whether you like it or not, because they allegedly did whatever they did to get adjusted here. What else is this? So, your question, I'm not going to, no disrespect. So, in all due respect, Ms. Superintendent, what is your position? I appreciate Mr. Thomas, I do, but what is your position regarding the staff members that, other than the ones that are not needed, because the preschool did not pass? Are these needed?
I've stated my positions. All the other positions are in front of children, and we need people who are hired to cover children. That also, if you notice, substitutes when teachers are absent, we need people in front of those children. So we have a nurse there.
Is it your position that if these teachers are not hired, those classrooms will not have staff in them?
Yes.
No, I'm not talking the substitutes. I'm talking, not talking
Yeah,
substitutes.
they will not have, it will be more difficult. Oftentimes, if we don't have coverage, we have to take drastic measures to cover the children, and it's not pedagogically sound. So that's why we need these employees hired.
Well, I was gonna make it real.
So let me answer the question.
Okay, please do.
If it is your opinion of that, Ms. Silva, you have the right to correspond with Dr. Bruce Greenfield in the county office. That will be on Washington Street in Toms River. 929-2079 is the number that comes to mind at 9:15.
What is that again?
73, if I believe it's the number, I don't need to, I think that's the number. It is 732-929-2079. I think that's
2078.
2078 or 9, I know I've got 9. Dr. Bruce Greenfield, the superintendent would be anyone else can call, that's their God-given legal right, just like it's the right for people to resign. But that is, Dr. Greenfield is the county superintendent. You would make a case that these teachers are vital to the thorough and efficient mandate of the district, the T&E standard, because that is the standard, and then the county superintendent has a right to review that. It's not a slam dunk. You need to prove that these teachers are needed for the educational mandate which you've been entrusted with. I am not saying you can or can. I'm simply telling you the process.
Well, I would like to instruct her to reach out to him tomorrow to make this statement. And in fact, I will be at Mr. Greenfield's office tomorrow afternoon as well. Dr. Greenfield's office as well tomorrow, and I will be at the press tomorrow. Because certain things are just completely and utterly disrespectful and out of hand to the children. I have sat here and I work here and I labor, and I don't try to be individual and talk about but my son has not had a steady algebra teacher since and I don't come up here just to talk about mine, because I talk about all the kids, but to sit up here and labor with individuals that would come here and blatantly, not just cripple, but look me right in my face and listen, we need federal, we need all kinds of oversight. We are dealing with some road behavior here that is crippling to Lakewood and detrimental to the education of the kids in the public school system. And it is shameful and undoubtedly needs to be reported and will be documented, because this is the way it needs to go down. I will visit, and I want to find out if I can make press charges against the board members who have chosen to leave classes unmanned that already do not have teachers. The children are without teachers, and this board, there are members of the board have said they don't need teachers. And we're going to find out if that's legal.
I don't know. Again,
We'll find out.
I would hope, sir, that no board member said we don't need teachers.
They said it.
Well, it wasn't in my press.
It was said. I heard it.
No, through the chair?
Yes.
I'd like to ask the superintendent, we've been appointing teachers since August. Every time we appoint teachers, you always say, this is the last one, and after this, we're done. And then we come to the next meeting, and there's a bunch more. These appointments, are they new appointments that people just resigned, or they were things that you knew about last time? We have a position roster as of September 30th that was supposed to be handed in to the county superintendent, which was supposed to say...
One conversation, please.
Which was supposed to say the final teachers and that every position and everything is taken care of. And now we're on October 15th or October 13th or whatever we're holding, and we're still hiring more teachers.
Because we need them.
One second, I'm not done. I just have one more question. When you beseech the board to reconsider their position on the agenda, what about the children in special ed inclusion classes that have nowhere to go? Was that part of your beseechment? Or that's not part of
I
your...
wish, with all due respect, Mr. Seidler, I wish I had a crystal ball with regard to your first remarks regarding the teachers that have to be hired. We're going to have teachers that we have to hire throughout the year. While we stick pretty well in Lakewood to a finite number. There are teachers that have not been hired because we didn't find qualified people. If you'll notice, Carlos Velasquez, a social studies teacher, he was replacing someone. The other teachers, as you can see, Lakewood High School. The high school is one of the hardest to have teachers come to. We didn't have enough. We have a number of programs that we have to fill. With regard to inclusion, I have been fighting since March to have preschool for all children. And we've had many discussions on that, so to say that I would not want children in a preschool program is not correct.
Why wasn't that part of your request of the board to reconsider?
I requested it when I was in closed session, that we have a discussion about it. There was a discussion. I don't control board members and how they vote.
Okay.
But when it comes to public schools, I have to have teachers.
Okay, through the chair, could I make a motion to change my motion?
Yes, you can. He wants to make a motion to
We're
change his
trying to get
motion.
the information you asked me to get.
Okay, all right.
Include the Commissioner's office in that address too.
Not paid for this.
Right. Let me say this to the board members again. I should just give, excuse me, Mr. Chairman.
Go ahead, Mr. Attorney.
All board members, if you would, please teach you to hear me. Page 13, number H, 1 through 4. As I said earlier, these are contractual obligations you have with the LEA.
There's no contract.
In all due respect, when a contract expires, it continues running until such time.
Okay.
So H1 through 4, these are when teachers take extra credits, if you will, and that I would beseech you to reconsider H1 through 4. So can you do that if there's any,
Yeah, so can I make a motion to change my motion?
well, can we just do this piecemeal if you